Okay, hello everybody. Let's start again with the stream. So, I think I was kind of making like some sort of design for the website, and I think what I want to start out with is listing out the meals. And I don't know, for your meals automatically on the dashboard. I'll do that, right? So, let's see. I think, yeah. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna comment out the code that I have already, and I guess I haven't showed yet kind of what I set up following the HTMX documentations, but well, the server's not running, so it won't work. So if we do run, and then I'm gonna reload this, we can search up oat, and then it'll do this. It'll fill all the stuff in, but this was more for an early implementation of, I believe, whenever say you click this, it should pop up with like add ingredients. So maybe here you'll have like a form that says ingredient name, and then right after this, if you remember, we'll have, if we scroll up, we'll add for you have to put in a source, right? So like source, and then this source, I want this to be a select where you type, then it'll show you all your sources, and then when you press it, the source, it should populate, and then I want to put the amount right after. So like it'll be a form where it says amount, there's the amount, and then the measurement unit ID should be selected. So it's like amount, and then it'll just be a number, and then I guess here it'll be I guess I'll make another, it has to be in the form to be sent. So here would be like measurement unit here, and this should auto populate based on source. So whatever source is, this should auto populate this. And lastly is price, which price should be auto calculated and filled in for the user here as well. This will be based off all of these three. So it's just a lot to think about, and I just don't know how to go about it. I don't know if like I should make a new form, or should I just start with listing out your user meal, or maybe I should start out with allowing the user to create a source, right? So I think that's kind of where I want to start. I feel like that makes it a lot easier. We got to start off with easy things to do. So I think this stuff I'm just going to comment it out for now. So I'm gonna go to the beginning of this line. I'm gonna do this comment, and then I wanna, and then let me reload the website. Okay. So I kind of want them to have a way to add a source, right? I just don't know how the layout should look. I mean, I guess I'll just have like a form where it just says add a source, right? So I'm gonna do a form, which will be a h, and I believe let's do a post. I will pull up the documentation for this. So docs, and then I'm gonna do examples. So click to edit, both clicked. Let's do so I'm gonna have a form that does an h. It'll be an h post. It'll post to. If we go back, we can go to our handlers, and we can, there's, I think it's create source. There is no parameters, and we're sending a JSON. So yeah, there. So create source. I'm trying to figure out how do I make sure that what I'm sending is turned into a JSON based off the form. But I think maybe I should, but then I don't want to change every single thing from a JSON. Let me see. H6 value will allow you to add parameters that will be submitted with an AJAX request. By default, the value of the list of the name of expression. I think maybe the examples. I think, is there more examples somewhere else? Oh. Okay, so I found an example to do app in Rust. Should I just change my form to not be JSON? Let's see. Uh, okay. Let's see. I'm on my other monitor scrolling through to see if I can find a way to. to send a JSON from a form. I think I'm gonna just search that up in HTML. How to make form as a JSON to endpoint. Oh, okay, so it seems like I guess maybe I shouldn't send it as a JSON. I know nothing about making sample websites, bro. Okay. The code that I'm seeing is this. think I'm gonna just have to change the, not use the JSON and just use the form for Axiom. Wait, how does he just do this? Okay, so I think I figured out something. So I'm looking at this post here regarding this. So I'm gonna add the values with my request. I don't think that the thing I was looking at will work. I don't want to write JavaScript now. HTMX Ajax post example. I don't want to use any using next post of submit forms without page reloads. I think I might just change it to form, bro. I don't know. JSON makes it slightly easier, but just have to change all my endpoints. Now to change create mail or get create source. So the get request should receive a form. So I'm gonna need to just look at Axiom and how to get that. Axiom Rust docs. Routing handlers. Let me see if I can just find form. Oh, wait, form. Okay. Let's see if this works, alright? So we're gonna be following that. So we're gonna create a new source. So I'm just, where's my, this was named JSON create source. So create source. I'm gonna name this create sort back. And I am gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste this and I'm gonna now name this. And now I am going to name this accept form. So create source, and I need to include Axiom form. So change word to form, and then I'll name this, I guess, payload. In this case, maybe I'll just change word source form. Change word, we'll just change this to form, and then change inside this word form should be of create. And then it seems like if I want to use it, I just change word to source dot source underscore form. Then just I mean, seems as easy as that, right? Why is this not working? go to man, see what's wrong, create source. It must have a content type of application. The request has a method of get or head. The form data will be read. So should a form be doing a get? No, a get doesn't make sense. No, I'm doing a post request. But why is this now an issue? The entity must implement deserialize. Oh, that's why. It's because that. And that should not work. Yeah, that works now. Okay. Have them source. And then views. And then we'll just now create the whole form. So I guess now I just go to the HTML documentation, the HTMX, or the form, really, right? I just need to create a form with a lot of inputs. So I think I just followed what above. So post, then there's no target, so just be input ID, and then I'll just search up how to create a form in HTML. HTML forms. So we got the form. Element is a container for different types of input elements. And then the input is the most used form element. You can have it depending on the type attribute. Button, checkbox, color, date, email. Is there like a... My question is, will a form... Oh wait, pattern attribute specifies a regular expression input field is checked against when the form is submitted. Oh, I can just type number. Okay. Input. So on my other monitor I have, so this is going to be creating a source, because creating a source is pretty easy. So creating a source will have a label. I'm going to create a label, and then this will be for, and then this should be for, I guess in this case, source name. And then in here will be source name, and I'll put this in quotation marks. Source name. I think that's it. Then for input, this will be of type text. ID will be, I believe, name, and then name is equal to fname. Then name is equal to source name. Label for, and this will be our brand. This will be brand. Maybe brand name, right? Input, this will be of type text. ID is equal to brand. Name is equal to brand. And our next input should be the price you paid for this. So I'm gonna do label for, and then I'm gonna do source price, and then this will be sort price or cost price for the source. Input, this will be of type, and I want to say number. Can you give a input of type float? Zero 0.01. Okay. Also type number step 0.01, and then ID should be price, and then name should be source price. And then we'll do, I think, yeah, this will be the same. So So I think maybe any 0.1, and then say for the next for serving size. And I'm gonna add the min after, so input, and then obviously I think I'm gonna do min 0, input type is equal to number, step 0.01, min has to be 0, label for do servings per container, and this will be servings per container, and then ID will be the same, servings per container. So servings per container, and so will the name. Servings per container. And then we'll do another label for, and this will be serving size. Serving size. Input type will be of another number. Step will be 0.01. Min has to be 0. ID is going to be serving size, and name will be serving size again. And then I think our measurement unit ID, and then this will be a label for measurement unit, then measurement unit, and it'll be of text. Yeah, we'll have it as text, or maybe you can select. So it'll be input type, and then for now, should I? Because it takes in an ID number. So I think this should be, I think a radio for selecting one of many choices. Select. I want to know how to dynamically update a select. Okay, let's go use the bathroom. I am back. Let's. I'm gonna see. Is there a way to dynamically update a select with options? I guess, I don't know. I'm gonna just have this as a number for now. So I'll do number in step 1. And then this should be of ID measurement unit ID, and then name measurement unit, and then the submit button. And we'll do input type submit, value will be submit. Alright, let's see. Interesting. Not exactly how I want it, but I think what I can do is I'll do source handlers or views, and I think I can just wait. How does? Oh, he does a BR at the end. Okay, that's why. So we'll do. Wait, does he do it for? Does he do it for even the labels? Okay. So we'll do BR, boom, BR, boom, shift, yank, paste, 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 paste. Okay, we like that. We like that. Okay, so let's create a new source and try. Right. So I'm gonna open up another monitor, the Firefox tab. I'm gonna go to Walmart. Actually, I'm gonna add the rice cakes that I have. So yeah, we'll see. So rice cake caramel. I don't see. No, I guess not that. Maybe we'll do a cart and no, I need it to be in grams. So I'm gonna do. I think I have peanut butter. I'm gonna do jelly or strawberry jam. Yeah. I got the 18-ounce one. I kind of remember. So let me do mod shift 6. And alright, so the source name is strawberry jam. Strawberry jam seedless. The brand name is Smuckers. The price. Oh, you can go like that, but the price is $3.94, so $3.94. Servings per container is 26 servings. Serving size is 20 grams. The measurement unit ID for grams is 1. Did that work? Response status error code from create underscore source. I don't think it worked. I guess my question is, how does error code 422, what is that? Error code error code 422. How does a form send its data in post? Is it based on the ID? Oh, did I define the method? I don't think I don't know, I'm using HTML, so I won't need to do that. ID, so the ID determines. So let me make sure the ID is correct. So I'm gonna do an ls. I'm gonna do a bat of our source handlers. Let me turn on the light real quick. Okay, so create source is a string, name, brand, price. And I guess I'll just do a z ppmc and then ambrim source views. And then ID, so I think it might have been, no. Input ID is name, ID is brand, ID is price, ID is servings per container, ID is serving size, and then ID is measurement underscore unit underscore ID. Did it fail to deserialize? Is it using the right source? Let me make sure it's not bugging out. Let me see how the HTML looks. Okay, so it is based on the ID. let's do a run, and then let's do a doom, and then okay, yeah. So let's do that again. So strawberry jam seedless, brand name Smuckers, price was $3.94, servings per container I believe was 26. Serving size is 20. Measurement unit ID is 1. Unprocessable entity. Request. Response. Oh. Failed to deserialize form. Body. Missing field name. Oh, it's because it's source name. Input type text ID name source. ID is name though. Oh, it's using my name, not the ID though. Okay. Let's do that. And I think everything else is fine. Okay. Let's do a reload. And let's do strawberry jam seedless. The brand is Smuckers. Oh, no guys, do not submit it. The price is $3.94. Servings per container was 26, and then the serving size is 20, and the measurement unit ID is 1. Okay. Oh, well that was a new one. This is the earliest one. Measurement unit, bruh. Oh my goodness. Fuse RS, and it should be measurement unit. Yeah. Okay, let's reload that. Strawberry jam seedless. Smuckers. 3.94. Servings per container is 26. Serving size is 20. Measurement unit is 1. That's for grams. Oh, it's submitted. But why does the form disappear though? And I think that created it. Let's see. We can do this, and then SQLite, yeah. And then we could do dot. We can do select star from source. And there is grape jam seedless for Smuckers. Yep. Yep. But now the form disappears, so does HTMX allow me to avoid that? Should I have like another page that does like a put and it puts back the form? I don't know, but there's a form to submit sources now. Now I need a way to list the sources. Hmm. Wait, I think maybe in docs or references. Hmm. this might be like simple, but hmm. Wait, oh, here. Do I have to write JavaScript, bro? I want to show the users all their meals, right? Okay, they can add a source, but they can't add multiple sources. Is there an axiom where I can just return the form? I guess the response. Into response. See response for more format. I think there's HTML. Yes. Can I just do a redirect to the homepage? Let me try that. Okay, let's try another. Let's do chicken tenderloins. Okay, so this is where it gets kind of difficult, right? Like, say, my source. I need to have a way to edit sources. Okay, my new tenderloin price is this much, and yeah. Future plans. I think I got peanut butter already. Maybe cheese. Yeah, I'm gonna do cheese. I'm gonna do Lucky Publix Munster cheese. I'm not gonna do that. It's a little bit too much for me. What else do I eat on a daily basis? Yeah, let me do diet soda. No, that's too different. That's too kind of weird. Add one diet soda. No. What's another thing that I ate that's like square? What are the bananas? Nah. Rice cake. Yeah, I'm gonna do a rice cake. That should fine. Rice cake. I'm gonna do maybe Hopefully they have the nutritions. They do. Okay, that's good. Okay, so this is gonna be rice cake, whole grain chocolate, rice cake, whole grain chocolate, rice cake. This will be Quaker. The price for this is 3.48. Servings per container is 14 servings. Serving size is 15 grams. I'll do one. Nice. Oh, but it like it. Why is that still up there? Does it? Oh, I did a post, and then I did a git of the entire website. Okay. Response redirect to whom, and then I did that into a response. Okay, that makes sense. It's a lot. I need to have some better way to return a response for this. Maybe I just return the same HTML again. But so not this, but let me go back to the axiom. Okay, maybe. Yeah, just return HTML. Yeah, I'll just return HTML. Then, same. And I think I can make this just like on a trigger, right? do another one. Let's do another edition. Honey. I'm gonna do creamer. I bought creamer the other day. I'm trying to find the flavor that I bought. I did not find the flavor. Oh, is there another thing I can add on here? I don't think so. Chocolate milk. Oh, Fair Life. There we go. Okay. So this will be source name. So this was the lactose free reduced fat chocolate milk. The brand name is gonna be Fair Life. The price for this is $5.32. The servings per container is around 6 servings per container. The serving size is equivalent. Actually, I don't remember if I have this QLite and then select star from measurement unit. I do have milliliters, so we'll do a dot exit, close that, and the measurement unit ID for that's 2. Serving size is 240. Okay. Okay, so we just have to target, and then we'll say, yep, new source added. And then maybe I can add, like, change the color a little bit, but that's fine. I like that. Okay, I think that's probably a good place to finish off for today. It's not that long of a coding session, but I think source and then views, and I think I can just add, I can just literally copy and paste all of this for almost anything, all the other, things, but I think the main functionality is going to come from adding away. I just need to, once I create all the other, I don't know how to format this. I don't know if it should be all on different web pages. I'm not sure, so I might probably watch some videos and some designs and get some ideas, but for now I think this is kind of good for at least implementing the new sources. So I will quit, and then yeah, I think we'll end it off there for today. Thank you guys for watching, and you guys can do it.